core purchase.
There's something fun about, you know, a famous synonymous champion like Victor for Crown and Temp's best performing mid laner. Temp versus Crown, certainly preseason, you would not ditch. It's definitely the one where you want your translator in your ear to let you know what you missed, but never mind. We roll on to the Rift for Camille, who has been
Back, but he can't go near the wall. He's just going to start running up the lane, trying to create some distance away from Haru, but it just looks like he is dead to right here. There we go. First blood does come through, and Haru gets things started very early on, 4.5 minutes for that.
be bought, and hell with the package, even 5. This is the lane to gank, and that's why Stitch and Wraith have no ability to push, even though Karma Caitlyn can instant wave clear.
Hook does come through onto Stitch. Box comes down straight into the Ash arrow. He's going to flash away, but Bless goes in. Stand United to keep him safe, but he wasn't even taking up the turret. Totoro going to flash forward, trying to get Stand United in range. Crazy flashes in, locks up Haru. Tactical sweep trying to slow him up, won't do too much. He gets a lot of burst damage back in onto Ghost, but he's going to stay alive. And now Cuvée is going to have to head for the hills. 3 members. They get both summoners away from Wraith, and that turret almost certainly will be going down. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Temp throwing out the exhaust. Valks forward, gravity field. He flashes back in. It locks him up, and Crown comes up with a solo kill.
Crown was expertly playing around the W. He had that gravity field up the hole. Pretty hard, Achilles, because they had to draw the Shen, who loses the pressure in bottom. They're going for a play in mid, though.
Yeah, Crown getting jumped on, doesn't have anything. Didn't want to pop the flash. He goes down. A kill coming in for Bless. And now Haru trying to escape. Will get spotted out by that hawk shot. Haru, nice
execute.
Can he make it to the Fountain
No.
of the Rock? It's just not going to connect. They can't recall in time, so it looks like Totoro. He'll just be the one that takes the solo kill. Oh, dear. Well, this slight advantage that they've netted for themselves. It's now at about 1,000 gold. Wraith gets hit by the arrow straight into the hook. And he is just going to disappear. Ghost comes up with a kill.
22 minutes in, maybe they'll try Baron, or they'll at least look to bait around it.
They are moving up in that direction. They have a lot of consistent damage
They
here
have
with
to do
Ghost.
this to draw Cuvée, at least force him to teleport.
So far holding on to it, roaming in the mid lane. Baron now down to about half HP.
They're going to try and finish
still
it.
Available. It's going to be Temp going in, trying to cut them off with the package. Baron goes low.
Going
to try to get up there, but he can't get the Baron taken away. He's going to go down. The first one to fall in the fight, followed very swiftly by Crown. And now Stitch gets jumped on, slowed up by the volley from the Ash. A triple kill going over to Ghost. Cuvée desperately trying to answer one onto Bless. Can't find it. Has to flash away from Temp. Hook shot will take him out to safety. But
fighting around an inner turret is not something they can do. I don't know if the kill pressure's still there. It might be.
Yeah, looks like it certainly is. Crazy gets that shield in, but he's just going to get taken out. So Cuvée does come up with a solo kill, but now all of the outer turrets for Samsung.
And it's kind of risky the way.
Haru, he gets clipped by the red buff, and it's going to go over to Ghost, and he just gets annihilated. Bless coming up with a kill, and now Wraith has to head for the hills. We'll be able to see
that Baron's 3-man.
I mean, it's taking a lot of damage. That's Mountain Drake plus the Infernal.
That's an outrageous damage for 3 people.
Yeah, no way for Samsung to answer that one. And the Baron goes down.
To get there faster.
Yeah, just going to go ahead and cruise up here. You can see plenty of damage available to Ghost as he takes out that turret. So now Inhibitor exposed. They'd be looking for mid lane. 3 members drawn over here. Wraith gets locked up. Inhib goes down. They won't find a kill. They're happy just to get those super
from some teams, and Samsung seems to be included, but the game's not over yet.
Trying to dash out of there, but that's going to be the hook from Totoro, locking him up. Redemption comes down, ultimatum thrown out as well, but first one to fall will be Bless, as Crown just absolutely obliterates the Rengar. Going to push back in, hook, lands on the Cuvée, Crazy goes in for the Shadow Dash. Crown getting caught out with the play, he's going to fall, and that is just going to be Ghost firing off a triple kill coming through from him. Can't find the Quadra, as Cuvée is able to limp out and Tempt took the 4th one. But Samsung just get absolutely obliterated.
And we wondered, would it take Victor flashing in to kill Ghost? Clearly, Crown agreed, but not enough damage. Didn't even have to blow the heal to Ghost. And like you said, we should have expected it from the Baron buff killing speed. But this should actually be the game closed by BBQ.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Cuvée. He gets jumped on yet again. He will fall. An extended Quadra kill here for Ghost, as well as the Nexus turrets. The Nexus falls, 35 minutes on the clock. BBQ putting on a clinic, taking down Samsung in game 1.
One of my favorite games of the season because both teams played very intelligently. This is in no ways a fiesta that we saw. Plenty at IM, hell, plenty yesterday, and even in our first series today. Well played by BBQ especially, on point with their rotations. Got the